Allison, and today I want to give you some tips on how to speed up your paintings and how to make cute little grapes and flowers and different things like that from things that I bought at the dollar store. Yeah. So just a tip for you. I just want to give you a tip. I like to throw in some tips and tricks. And so this tip is about the disposable palette, okay? This is a disposable palette. And you use the sheets to put your paints on. Now, there's an advantage and a disadvantage. So the advantage is you can work on this palette paper and make a mess, and then you just tear it off and throw it away. No mess. But the disadvantage is if you don't finish your painting and you need to do it again the next day, then they all dry up on you. Look, see? And you could probably cover it up with some plastic wrap or, but really, if any paint is left on it and you leave it for a while, it's going to dry up on you. So that's, you know, so you can waste paint with the palette, disposable palettes. So I just want to give you a tip that if you're going to use it, make sure you only put enough paint on to use for that one session. And if you leave it and come back and it's dry, well, yes, you can put paint over your dry paint, you know, and keep using the palette. But, yeah, so just sort of leave that little tip with you. And if you decide to use one of these palettes, a disposable palette, make sure that you're only going to use it for that one session and you don't leave it, because it will dry up on you. So I hope that tip helped you. And more tips and tricks, just email allisonpriorart@yahoo.com and I'll give you some by email if you want them. And I will also have lots on my YouTube channel that you can check out. I have a playlist of them. So yeah, and subscribe and like, and you will get you'll get notified when I put up a new tip. All right, have a great day. Happy painting, everybody. Bye. Okay, I have another one. I think you're going to be amazed at, I hope you're amazed at these tips. I mean, I get excited about this because I'm like, they come in my head and I'm like, oh yeah, I can save them money. I can save them paint. I can help them in some way. And you're always on my mind. And so I'm just going to tear this open. And these are little dabbers for your fingers. Some people might use them for bingo cards. I don't know. But anyway, they're for your fingers and you put them on your fingers. See? And they're little dabbers, and they're spongy, and they're round. And it's such a fast and easy way to make little flowers, colorful flowers in the background if you're making a flower painting. And then you can add these to your flower painting. I'll show you now. So you can take your dabber and dab into all your colors that you have, and you can touch and make a circle. And you'll get these nice... You could get a nice moon or a grape or just some nice colors to put on your painting. See, isn't that pretty? Now say you want to put a bigger one on there. You could get the bigger dabber. Bigger dabber. So you got little dabbers and big dabbers, okay? And I didn't wet it, so I don't know if that makes a difference. But just say I want to put the sun or a moon or something up there. So I'll just say I'll put a white and some yellow and mix it up and put it on top here. I want more white. Right like that. And you can dab on your moon or your sun or whatever you want. So just say we got some sun going on up here somewhere. I want to add some sun, like I added some already, but I'm going to add another one to show it to you. So I'm just dabbing it and I'm moving it around because it's going to make a circle for you. And then you got that nice, right? You want to clean it off and have more white on there. You could do that. Put more white on there. So, you know. And it makes a nice round circle for you. So they're little dabbers, you know, they can make some nice colored flowers or whatever. So say you want a little bit of red and white. And you might want some little flowers down here. These little flowers down here. You just touch and push and go around circles. Right? And then you got a nice little, you could even have them as grapes or something, you know. You layer them on top of each other. Hanging off your branch here somewhere. You could just touch and twirl. Isn't that nice? Look at that. Isn't that cool? A little bit of yellow on the side there. Just have like some yellow on the side and some red. And then you could add these nice cherries or whatever you want to put on there. Isn't that cute? That way it's great for if you're trying to get something on there that's really round. That's pretty, isn't it? It really brought it out nicely. All right. And these two down here, I can just put a little branch there. So you can put a little branch there or, you know, something coming out of there to... See? Isn't that cute? So it's so easy. It helps, you know. You get these little, just buy them at the dollar store. They're little, they go on your finger. Little dabbers. And you can get them a couple of different sizes, right? See? This one you hold on like this. That can be nice for a moon or a sun or something like that. So just thought I'd show you that, you know. Like I said, I also bought these paintbrush markers. I'm going to see what that does now. I was thinking it might be nice to touch up some of your flowers or, you know, parts of your painting. You know how you do small details? Well, these could be good for that because they're not very expensive. And if you had a few of these on hand, it would help you do some small, really small details. So, look, see, because you got a brush. It's a brush. It's the same as having a brush. It's just that your paint is already in there for you. And you just put a little bit of yellow here and there. See, you can put, and it's transparent, so it gives your painting, you know, you can paint over things, give it a little extra boost. That's cool. Brightens up a little bit more. It's cute. Kind of boosted up a little bit, didn't it? And it can steady your hand good, and if it dries up on you, you can always add a little bit of paint to your brush. Right from your palette. And now you got a little extra brush with a bit of a steadier brush. You can use that also. It's not bad. I mean, you know, it's not necessary, but it's nice for something else, for a change. It's not very expensive. Don't find a lot of paint coming off of this one, though. Don't know if it dried up on me. But look, I can see that? Came out nicer, though, didn't it? But, yeah, it's not necessary, but I got another one here. So this one is green, so I'm just going to see if I can add a few more little branches. Oh yeah, look at that. I couldn't, the yellow one is a bit light, so that's why I couldn't see it. But look, this, yeah, it's cute. So easy to sign your name. I signed it there, but I didn't have the camera on it. Okay, so there it is. There it is. See, and then you can, I don't know why it's easier to use it better to brush, but I think it's the top is a little stiffer. You know, if you can buy brushes that have this nice pointy tip and is stiff, then you'll be able to work with it better. But look, it is good. I like it. So you can get all colors. Yeah, just bought at one of the dollar stores. I don't know if they all got them, but that's, and I'm not promoting anything. It's just, I'm just telling you things I bought, that's all. Because I don't, you know, I don't get sponsored by any dollar stores or anything like that. But I don't mind, you know. If I see anything that I think might help you or benefit you or you can have some fun with, then I will tell you about it. So that, see that? I love those little red cherries. Yeah. And that'd be great too if you have some green grass. Now here's another tip that I think you will like. And I know everybody out there has paints and they get, there's nothing left in there. There's nothing left in there, so you throw it away. But before you throw it away, all you have to do, because it won't come out if you squeeze, no matter how hard you squeeze, it's really hard. Some people, you know, they keep squeezing it up. But all you have to do is cut it on the bottom, a pair of scissors. Okay, so you need a good sharp pair of scissors, better than the ones I have here today. Now, you cut it. Even in here there's paint, look, see? And lots of paint still left in there, see? So why waste it? Scrape it out, you know. Take it out of here and put on your palette. Or put in a, I mean look, you can get a full painting out of that, easy. Alright, and if you might say, well, sure, when I'm finished, it's still going to be left over or wasted. Well, you can leave it in there. And here's what you can do, is you can take that piece that you cut off when you're finished using it, and you can put it back on. Okay, so you just squeeze that together. Squeeze it inside of here. And that will keep it wet. Okay? So that's all you have to do, and that way you'll save on a lot of paint. I mean, I got enough paint in here to do a couple of paintings, right? But I couldn't get it to squeeze. I couldn't push it out, right? So that's that one. So I think that will help you save a lot of, like these are all empty. I can't get them I can't get any paint out, no matter how much I squeeze, right? I don't want to squeeze on the floor, but just cut off the back of this one too. Now, how far down to cut off? I would say cut off enough so that when you put it back on, it's going to be able to get on over it, and it's going to be able to save your paint from drying out. Because you may not want to take it out. You don't have to take it out of the tube. If you want to scrape it out and put it in another jar or something like that, you can. But that way, it's a bit messy and stuff. So you just open it up, and you take out what you need. Just scrape it out with your brush, what you need. It's hard to see because it's dark. And then when you're finished with it, I'm sure there's lots in here. There's enough in there to get me half a painting, I would say, in that one. I can't see because it's dark, but there's enough in there that I can use. So if you're like me and you're trying to save money on paints, there's even a little bit up here too, right? So if you're trying to save on paints, I mean, nobody wants to waste money on paints. You know, I go through a lot of paints, and I go through a lot, as you know, doing these videos. So I got like 1,000 paintings on my YouTube channel. 1,000. And I'm going to get 1,000 more. But I go through a lot of paints, and my patrons pay for this. Page, on my Patreon page, I should call it. Then it doesn't, you know, that's okay, because, you know, if you go there, you get extra perks and everything. But if you don't want to go there, and you don't want to commit to a multi-dollar, you'll get, you know, perks and things I don't put on YouTube. And, you know, you pay $2. Depends on what you want and what extra things you need, okay? Like, I have drawing lessons for $2, plus you get your painting lessons. But anyway, you can have a look at that if you want. I got the links down below. And I also have free reference photos there, and, you know, a lot of things there that I can't put on YouTube anyway. You know, so, but if you're watching and you're not into going to Patreon, then you're also supporting me by giving me a like. That helps my channel grow, and by subscribing, and you know, so everybody that's involved with me, no matter which way it is, you're still supporting me, and I really appreciate it, because I wouldn't be able to do this without you. You could also, to keep your paints from drying out on your palette, you can also mist with your magic mist. Okay, you can mist your paints, alright? And that way you'll be able to have a little more working time with your acrylics, so they won't dry so fast. So I find magic mist is really good for a shorter drying time, but it extends the drying time of your acrylics. Now these are more art brushes, and it's called Artist Brushes, and it's Artist Series. Bought at the dollar store. Okay, got this fantastic set. It's art brush and spatula set, they call it. But it's a palette knife. Okay, there's palette knives in there, right? And that was only $4. Unbelievable. And you know, I'll try them out now so you can see if it's worth buying, because I have never had a problem with dollar store supplies. I can't say there was a time that now there might be some artists that may not. I mean, I got this nice tube thing to store my brushes in, and you even get like, you even get this little pouch to hold them. And look at all the palette knives you get. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 5. I didn't know. 5. Look. Right? So I'm going to try out these today. Look. And they even have numbers on them. So if I'm teaching you, I can say, oh, number 4, number 5. Although I don't say numbers very often, because they all come in, brands come in different sizes. But that's amazing. That's amazing. And the brushes, look, these are nice. So I'm going to try one. I'm going to see. I like this round one. Oh, nice. Feels nice too. It's nice and stiff. Oh yeah, that's really nice. I must say. These brushes are really nice. They don't feel flimsy. They feel like there's wood, and there's, you know, you wouldn't even be able to you wouldn't be able to buy one brush for $4. And you got your little pouch to hold them in. See? So I'm just going to try this. I got another one here, a big one. I want this one too. So let's try it. I'm going to try it on this area. Alright? Because I need a bristle brush to put on that area. And then we will try maybe a palette knife. I don't have, I'll find somewhere to put the palette knife. So you have to wet them in order to, because sometimes they have a coating over them to protect them. So you can just wet them in water. Alright. So I hope those tips helped you and help you with your painting. I have so many other tips that I want to give you, and when I get them all ready, I will be putting more tips. And you could ask me any questions in the comment section. I'll make up a video about your question. You know, if you have a question about anything, and some people ask about how to frame your paintings and things like whatever kind of question you have, leave it in the comments, and I'll do a video for you and give you as many tips as I can to help you become a better painter. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.